everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Browns going up against the Steelers.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Crowell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Kessler. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. With it is Brown. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Desmond Bryant continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Fielded at the 20. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Charles, for the Cleveland Browns, as they come back out here on offense, their quarterback battle wasn't really just a 2-man battle. It's really a 3-man battle right now going into the season, isn't it?
And I'm not sure they anticipated that. They knew if they drafted a quarterback, which they did in DeShone Kizer, he would be in the game. But acquiring Brock Osweiler was a little bit of a surprise to everyone, and many thought that he wouldn't even be with the team come training camp. Instead, he's firmly in the thick of this battle, along with Cody Kessler as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down carry now for Crowell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Again, it's Crowell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Kessler. And it's a sack. Down goes Kessler.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Brown. 12 yards on the return that time, and out will come the... offense as they take over. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Roethlisberger will throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll try and throw for it here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
On the counter, it's Crowell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here we go.
They'll run it again with Crowell. And some space here. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the backup Kaiser to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Here we go. 1-0.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now running right through it. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick, and he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Bryant has it. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now a first down carry by Bell. Stays on his feet. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Roethlisberger. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Des Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Smaller in stature, but still able to use his quickness, his elusiveness, and his strength to create big plays.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 1-9.
Now Kaiser. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. full daylight. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Fitzgerald Toussaint officially with a return of 108 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here we go. 38.
Third and long for Kaiser. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Come on, let's go.
Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to wind up and air it out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink. Aren't they?
7 yards to go on second down.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 84 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here we go.
Kaiser from the gun on third. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. 1,
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Over the middle here to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
check 50. Here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
They had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will stop right around the 25. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Here we go. 1, 9,
Kaiser on first down. And he fires one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's go.
On second down, Kaiser again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And James has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. This is Bell. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. It's Bryant. And it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go.
They'll toss it to Crowell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.